Hey, everybody. Welcome back to episode 6 of the Hey Betch with Danny and Memo. What?
When you said hey, it reminded me of that little meme where the show with the little women. She's like, hey, coming into that room.
It's almost like I got caught off guard.
Hey,
Like,
how
I
you
didn't
doing?
He was ready. He was ready. Yeah.
I wasn't ready. I never. See, that's what I gotta remember. If I stay ready, I don't gotta get ready.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
my
Like
bad,
nice
my bad.
mentality.
Welcome to episode 6, everybody.
Episode 6. Can you imagine? Who would
We
have thought
survived.
we made it this far?
We made it.
We made it.
We're
We're
celebrities.
Done. We are. It's funny because my mom was like, "Don't never lose your ground." I go, "Sweetie, I have
Girl.
never left it. I'm a big bitch." Like, that's not gonna happen. Speaking of big bitches, y'all have met my co-host, my dear friend, Danny, Dante, Fanny.
Yes.
According to autocorrect and on iPhone,
It's Fanny.
It's Fanny.
Everybody,
I love it.
I have
live
been
for it.
sent many of
Or booby.
or booby from you. That's our nicknames.
That's-
Yeah. And this is my co-host. Co-host.
Here we go.
Co-host. Living proof that wearing black is not always slimming.
Ah! I fucking hate you. I swear. We're not
You
doing
love
this.
him.
We're not doing this
You
segment.
love
We're not doing-
him. Yeah.
Well,
He's my Ricky Martin, though.
thank you. So let me
Christ.
introduce you to this fabulous, gorgeous little piece in the
gorgeous.
middle. Anna, our
Literally
dear
little.
friend, literally little.
Stand up so
Little.
you know.
Little.
It's the same height.
It'll be the same height.
We had to put her in a booster chair. Like, it's so amazing. I love it.
Yeah. She little.
Pieces now that I am.
She's kind of peace with her stature.
Well, she
But
should.
it's cute though.
Stunning.
She's stunning.
you guys.
Cute little
We love
stud.
you.
Yeah.
Oh,
And it's been too long. We haven't seen you since.
Did you say her name?
Yeah. I said
Did you introduce her already? Okay.
Anna.
Anna. This is
Yes.
Anna. I said Anna.
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
And I said I'm like this fabulous little piece is in
Little-
Anna.
Oh, you said that?
Yeah.
We'll have to go back in the
Well,
video.
Yes.
Can we? Would we start this? Shit?
No. God no.
Hey. You guys
Hey.
Hey, girl.
I don't know if I can
Yeah.
fake the surprise look again.
No.
But yeah.
But no, like I'm glad you're here. We're very excited about what we're going to be talking about today.
Well, I saw him last weekend,
Yes.
Same.
but I didn't see you because you
Yeah.
were, I don't know, tired.
I don't know where you were.
think.
You were
I had
not
a
at
migraine.
kickball. No, you
Oh.
didn't, bitch. Stop lying.
Well, we
You were
lost
tired.
really
You were
bad,
sleepy,
so-
and you wanted a nap. Let's be real.
I mean,
That's what I thought.
I was waiting to see you.
But Anna came through. She came through and
Of course
played
she
with
came through.
us.
She always comes
does-
through.
She always comes through.
We
one of my
lost
favorite
very
lesbians.
bad, but
You were rusty, girl. You're
was.
rusty, crusty.
I had one of the team members like, she ain't coming back, right? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, no,
who
no.
was
The
it?
shade.
No,
I was
nobody.
just kidding.
No, we all sucked. We
No,
all
I know we did,
sucked
but,
that day. Oh my
we
god.
were
The score was
rusty.
like 20
I don't know.
some to 0.
16. It was 16 to 2.
Oh
Really?
my
No,
God.
When you guys played the fairy tales, it was 16 to 2.
It seemed more.
It
to
seemed
be
like
honest.
we were murdered. We were
Like,
literally murdered.
Well,
I
this
wanted
weekend
to
we were
leave.
murdered.
Double homicide.
I got there and I wanted to leave. I was like, yeah, to really.
She's
Danny.
embarrassed for us. And she didn't part of the team.
She's like, I'm
She
not
was
even
our
on this
sub.
I
team.
was like,
She was our sub, and she was
guys.
like, never again.
She was mean girling herself. I don't even go here.
For real, that was what you were
I was
like.
like, I'm subbing, right? What's next? Yeah.
We all have fucking butterfingers, bitch. Like literally.
It was bad. It was.
You know, the same thing kind of happened this weekend. Like, I mean, I think we did good this weekend. I think we made a lot of errors.
10 minutes before the game. Hey, girl, you want to come?
Yeah, 10 minutes. We're like, girl.
I mean, you live downtown, don't you?
Yeah, I do. But I
Okay.
was like,
Girl.
I don't think I can make it, guys. See?
Well, because it's like literally 30 minutes before the game, and all of a sudden people are telling me they're not going to be there. So I'm like, well, shit, what do I
Then
do?
why did
Yeah.
they sign? I'm sorry, guys, but.
Girl, you opening a Pandora's box right now. Because me, I was pissed that day. I was like, this fucking memo, bitch, starts us into this fucking thing, and he can't fucking make it.
And I'm not going to be there this weekend.
Right, and then I was like, so fucking mad. I was like,
Were you really?
down the fucking
He was.
outfield, like
He was.
nobody fucking comes, and then
I can just imagine you walking doily.
Yes, you know,
Down the street.
Down the street. Where's that for? Will
Will
Grace?
Grace.
you know how he runs?
How
Girl.
dare you?
Well,
Wait a
he
minute. Runs?
No.
Do we want to bring up running, memo?
Yeah, bitch. I know I can't run. I'm well aware.
He hustles.
Literally can't. No, he shuffles.
I shuffled her.
Don't bring my shit up, bitch.
No, but bitch is working on it.
Yes,
We are working
both
on
are,
it.
yeah.
We both are,
Yeah.
absolutely. Someday we'll be able
Good
to
for
run.
you.
Yes.
That's
We're getting
beautiful.
there.
That's
Well, someday.
That's beautiful.
you
That's
recognize
wonderful.
it. Great.
We didn't bring you on here to be shady, bitch. Actually, we did.
Yeah, we did.
So
That's
what's
why.
that?
So, in usual form, what I want to do is let's talk about current events, like kind of things that we're seeing in the news right now that are good and not so good, and
Yeah.
things that are just absolutely fucking piss me the fuck off.
Yeah.
Like I'm beside myself about certain things that I saw that happened
Yeah.
today. So one of the things that's I want to do real quick, just get one thing out of the way. Vermont, right? Vermont actually got rid of the gay panic defense. You can see it right there. It's the 13th state to actually ban it. I'm excited about this because at least people will stop being able to hide behind their homophobia.
Yep.
Yeah.
First of all. But secondly, what pisses me off is the fact that shit even fucking exists.
Existed, yeah.
Like, granted, it's not a real full-on defense. Like,
No.
what it does is just kind of adds to other tactics that they're using for defense. But seriously, first and foremost, let me kind of put this out there. Honey, just because we're attracted to the same sex doesn't mean we want to be with you if you happen to be of the same sex.
Well, tell us
for
what
starters.
is the
The gay panic defense is basically them being able to say, I panicked because they were hitting on me. I wasn't expecting
I panicked
that.
because
Their
I,
gender.
you know,
Yeah, I want
that she was trans and I didn't know. Or,
exactly. It's that kind of shit. So like I'm like, first and foremost, how is this even a fucking thing? Like I'm sorry, I'm dropping the F-bomb a lot, but it's because I'm heated about this subject.
Who gives
like,
a fuck?
Right. Sure. Fuck.
It's okay.
Oh no.
He
But
don't-
like the fact that this shit even exists, like it really grinds my gears.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it pisses me off. Like seriously, like are you that much of a homophobe? Are you that much of an insecure individual that you have to hide behind a gay panic defense?
Yes.
Bitch, if you think you're gonna be a big boss and do something to somebody, own it.
Yeah.
It's fear.
Own it. You all of a sudden somehow you think you're a big ass person to do what you did, right? Well, be that big ass person and own that shit.
Well, what I'm getting from that is they panic because they didn't know, or they're realizing something about themselves, or they didn't want to come off when all this is said and done as gay. So they had
Right.
to do something to like toughen up the image of what happened.
And I get that because the studies do show, I forget what the percentage is, and I should have looked that up.
So fear makes you do a lot of things.
Oh no,
right?
absolutely,
things.
and
So
I get that.
when you're fearful of finding your identity, which is one example that you brought up,
Yeah.
are also fearful of what you've been taught.
Exactly.
Bible, religion,
Absolutely.
right? And specifically, look at
Upbringing.
where it's happening. Virginia, right? Vermont, excuse
Vermont,
me,
yeah, yeah.
Vermont. So if you look at a demographic there, what is it, right?
Yeah.
So when they start seeing, two men holding hands together, two lesbians being, kinky on the street, whatever it is, that's not normal to them. So if any type of religious anything is telling you out there that that's not right, and you're afraid of it, and you encounter it this close, what do you think your senses are going to come about? Think about it. This is more of a core belief that
Right.
somebody's thinking, right?
That's
so
true.
how do we change that? By educating them.
I know,
which is-
absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think another reason why it pisses me off is because like you're using what mental health as an excuse, and you're pacifying people who truly do have
Yep.
mental health issues.
Yep.
But the thing is, even if it was a defense that they brought up,
Right.
the point is you killed somebody.
Big picture.
You need to get punished for that. So
Absolutely.
this defense of like, oh, I did it because I panicked because they were this or this or that, or gay, lesbian, trans, whatever.
Right.
Well, okay, that you're trying to justify your murder, the
And-
murder of another
ex-
person, right?
But see, but like, and then like I think about it, I'm like, wouldn't that make it worse? Because here's the thing, like, it's a hate crime at this point. You killed him because he was gay. So I mean, and I think a lot of times when you use that defense, like I at least I would think about it, it's gonna make it worse. Oh, I didn't know he was gay, so I killed him because he hit on me. Well, that's
Then that's on
okay,
you.
then you say that's not me.
that's what I'm saying. So why would you want to use a defense like that when it's at least the way I look at it, it'll
That's
backfire.
stupidity. That's
well, not even
Thank
that.
you.
That's not even that because it's worked before.
Uh-oh.
So that's
Because-
why people do it. It's because
listen,
it's worked.
Who wrote it? If we go, if
Yeah.
we go back to everything,
Yeah.
who wrote it?
Straight white men.
Exactly. Back to slavery, right?
Yeah.
Why were they so afraid of somebody that was a different color? Ignorance, because they just thought they were all grand of mighty because their skin resembles something of grandiosity. Like same shit happens with people that think gay lesbians are something less than human. If you think about
No,
it, right?
that's true.
And it's like usually when I encounter racism, right? We would call it like that. It's, do I have an extra eye? Do I have an extra finger? Is that why I'm not normal? So what? I ask, what and not normal? And they usually like, you know, I'm like, no, I don't.
No, I don't know.
Explain
Explain that to
to me
me.
what you mean, right?
It's real funny that you say that, especially those words, because so on Wednesday of last week, I'm baptizing my niece's daughter.
Okay.
And
so,
the church will burn.
right? So, okay. Girl, I was in the pew falling asleep these guys. I'm struggling. No, so I was in the pew and I was doing the class, you know, they do the class, and I remember they were going through the rules, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're saying if you're married, it has to be married to either a woman to a man or a man to a woman.
Oh, like
They went through rules,
Oh.
and then like you know.
But they wrote it out that way, like that's
No,
it.
so they even spoke it, like it was spoken word.
Yeah.
And then he's all like, you know, because now it se está usando, like people are using men marrying men, women marrying women, and there's now like women marrying like that one woman who wants to marry a dolphin. I'm like, first and foremost, let me stop you right there. Like I really wanted to stand up, and there was like 300 people in this church. I'm just like, are you seriously comparing gay marriage to marrying an animal?
Yeah, that's just.
They make that jump all the time. What's next? Marrying a guitar? Like
Seriously, like I'm literally like my sister was there as well, right? And so like you know, I literally like I'm in the pew. It's myself, my niece whose daughter I'm baptizing, my mom, and my sister. And I literally like me and my sister both clicked on like that. Like we just trying to look at each other like, are you fucking
That gay
kidding
look.
me?
That gay
I
look.
would have been like, hey, I have a question. What about pedophilia?
And
Have you
I
ever
really
fucked a
wanted
boy?
to.
Have you ever-
Girl, I really wanted to. I'm like, and I really wanted to, but I'm like, you know what? Then I'm not gonna be able to baptize. Like, let me just do this real quick. Let me calm down. And I shouldn't, because I should voice
Yeah.
it. And if that means that I can't baptize it in this church, then guess what? We don't need to be baptizing in this church that spews out hate. Like,
Because
seriously.
there's 300 people that are going to believe this guy that is being looked up as somebody mighty, right? And it's telling
Yeah,
you,
he's a representative of the
hey,
church. Yeah.
this and this is not right. So if you ever have that type of thought, you're going to whatever you're going. So can you
Mm-hmm.
imagine what those words are going to do cognitively to that kid?
Exactly.
Or how they're going to be growing up?
It's gonna fall on the wrong ears. They're gonna miss it. They're gonna listen to it as scripture,
Yeah.
unfortunately, and so they're gonna start carrying that as, oh yeah, they're disgusting.
Well,
they're
that's-
like
and it
animals.
goes back to what it's saying, right? So hatred. Okay, if I feel that somebody else hits on me that is the same gender, I don't. My God, I don't want that to happen. I don't want anybody.
yeah,
to
they're
be
so
doing
afraid
that,
of
so
what's gonna happen to them. Right?
Yeah.
That could be. Do
Which
you
is
see
so
the
greedy. Like I'm worried about where I'm going if this happens, so I'm going to kill this other person.
It's
Like, how does that make sense at all?
that's
It's the martyrism.
hate is
it's
taught,
the
so-
heroism.
Yeah, the
it's
heroism. I'm a martyr. I did something
it's the fear
for
of,
my God, right?
of is shame.
Mhm.
It's shame of something that it's been embedded.
Well,
in
that
their
was
head.
that was the other point. Is like that's the shame they're gonna feel. That's what they're trying to prevent. Feeling shame if somebody found out this was
Exactly.
happening, that some
Right.
guy
So by
likes
doing
me.
that, it like suppresses everybody else from asking. Oh yeah, he killed a gay man, so it might not be gay.
and
it's-
and alert, guys! Just because a gay guy hits on you doesn't make you gay. You could just say, "Oh no,
Sweetie,
no,
take it as a compliment.
Take it as a compliment.
The gays are picky as
hell.
fuck.
Yeah, yeah.
So say,
picky
"Hey,
as
thank
fuck.
you
You
so
know,
much,
even-
but I'm not gay. I have a girlfriend or
Even
whatever."
when I get hit on by guys,
Yeah.
I'm
and you're like, "What?"
I'm like, hey babe, come here,
No.
and it was like, yeah, and then there was like, what?
Oh.
No, you don't look. I'm like, do I gotta show you my
I mean, I didn't.
dick? Like,
well, that was
what?
something. That's something I'm
What do
guilty
you
of.
want
I didn't
me
know
to
she was
do?
lesbian until she let me know.
'Cause-
I didn't know because she doesn't. She's a lipstick, and you know lipsticks
Oh.
are hard.
But you-
Lipsticks,
hold on. I do want to talk about that. I do, but
Like,
we're
no,
gonna get
for
to
lipstick,
real,
what you
for
look like, but
real.
not how you
like,
act.
I'm a lesbian. She
She's
does
like,
not
no,
look at
no, no,
her.
no.
She uses
But
the little
see-
pocket. Pants, finally.
Somebody who does. I love it. I love you even more, girl. No, but I do want to talk about that because I
What
talked
do
to my
lesbians have in their
sister.
pockets?
Wrenches.
That
You don't?
Right.
This reminds me of a story when I lived with a
Crunches?
lesbian.
Yes, I do.
Her name was Jamie. She's a great friend.
Sorry.
Something broke. Like we needed to take out the filter from the AC, right? And I didn't know we had to replace it. It was like 6 months in, right? And she's like, "Okay, I think we have to replace the filter because we haven't done it." And I was like, "Oh, replace what?" She was like, "The filter." She like points out. She's like, "The filter," and I was like, "The what?" So she's like, "Okay, I'll do it. Where are your tools?" And I was like, tools? And she's like,
Oh my
God
God, I
damn it.
can't.
So she goes into her room like this. She walks. That's how lesbians walk, right? She walks like this. She brings out her tools. It's all like
It's a
big
tool
old
belt
nice
and shit.
belt.
Oh,
She had a tool
nice.
belt.
I love
she
it.
puts it on, and then she just unscrews shit. She changes it. So she was the man of the house.
It's
It happens because
yeah.
what is it? Men are used to do the manly work, and women are used to do the women work. But it doesn't. It's okay.
no. I
It will
I
be
just like
okay.
no. It's not that like I'm taking that personally. It's just like it grinds me that it those
out
roles,
there.
and then it's out there, and we're gonna talk about that. I really do want to talk because I think there's some stereotypes that we want to axe. Because I talk as
We
much
started
as,
already.
Yeah, right. But no, but before we get to that, before we leave the whole like church,
Oh,
and
yeah.
shit,
Oh, yeah.
like so in the news today, I literally it broke my heart.
Yeah.
It made me sick to my stomach.
I know what you're talking about.
I even cried. Like I even cried for this guy. So in Iran,
Illegal to be gay.
it's illegal to be gay,
Death
and it's
penalty
punishable
by
by
death.
either life in prison,
Or
but up
death.
to death as well.
Yeah.
Shameful.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
Like I love Iranian culture, like a lot of their culture. I have a couple friends who are of Iranian descent, Persian, and the culture is beautiful, and
Their
I
food is
love them
amazing, too.
dearly. So I'm not going to try to generalize this as everybody in
Exactly.
Iran, right? But this specifically, this is a 20-year-old man. I wrote down his name because I didn't want to butcher it. So his name is Ali Reza Ali Monfared. And I know I butchered that, Isan. I'm so sorry.
It sounded right.
It's close,
It
right?
sounded
I think.
right,
I'm
yeah.
hoping.
It's a
But-
good cause.
Right. But this young man is 20 years old, barely starting your own
Adulthood,
life,
yes.
like identifying who you are. And his brother, or his half brother took it upon himself, between him and I guess it was two of his cousins, to kill him. Not only kill him, they beheaded him.
Yeah.
So they took him. They took him saying I guess they pulled up in a car saying, "Hey, your dad wants to talk to you," and they went to this other little town nearby, and literally they in like in a forest or like in a park or something. They literally did this, and they hid his remains under
By
a
a tree or something
Yeah,
like that.
and then they called his mom and let her know what they did to him, and she was actually hospitalized because she's in shock.
Well, no shit.
Yeah.
Like that's your son. Like regardless of whatever is whatever. I think a mom, and not every mom, because there are some pretty shitty people out there who don't agree with this. But I think no matter what level you're on, as a mother, that's going to break you.
It's gonna hurt. I mean,
Absolutely.
I mean,
That's fine. Fuck.
fuck.
Everybody can say fuck.
Seriously.
you know how.
Girl, there is no FCC regulation right here. We're good right now.
We're doing this in a basement somewhere.
Okay. Seriously.
No, but yeah, cases like that, it just goes to think how fearful those who commit the crime are. That's it.
Yeah.
They just don't understand.
Well, the
what-
fear in this story was honor, right?
Honor. They were afraid to be
They're-
shamed.
Shamed.
There you go. Fear,
Shame
honor,
the family.
shame.
But
That's
how do you call that family if you can do that to somebody that's
what
Because-
they've been taught? What they've been taught.
Yeah.
If they were taught hate, grown up gay men, guess what they're gonna grow up? What are they gonna teach their kids? Hate towards gay people. What are the kids gonna teach their kids? Hate towards gay people. Until there's a disruption on that type of mentality.
Absolutely.
And
and it's really hard in those countries because they are completely controlled.
it's
Well, because religion runs daily
Yeah.
life for them, and I get that. And again, I'm not.
You're
Not all Muslims believe this. Not all
Right.
Muslims. I think when you think of Islam, I think it kind of breaks down into different like sects, if you may.
It's just like
the
Christians.
Christian church.
Christians-
You have Catholics. You have
Yeah.
Baptists. You have
Methodists.
but you have
Yeah.
to flee your own country.
And that's what he was about
that was
to
the
do.
sad part. He was
That's
about
the sad
to
part.
flee.
So his boyfriend,
oh man.
is the one that actually made this story live, and he was telling him that he would like literally in just a few weeks he was going to be leaving Iran for Turkey to be with his partner.
Oh. Woo.
And that's what fucking kills me. Like you had like this dude was ready to go.
Yeah.
Like he was ready to live his fucking
was
life.
almost gonna be
You know what I
free,
mean? He
yeah.
was about to be free, and because of the
Hatred.
stupidity and the hatred and the selfishness of others, that's a life lost.
But you know what? I'm sorry. Well, I'm not sorry to say this, but that's how we learn. Honestly, disaster needs to happen in order for humanity to understand. If you think
There needs to be
about
like
it.
outrage.
Exactly. And that's what we're heading to. And in order for change to happen, crisis must occur. Like, tiene que
It's,
pasar.
no, a huevo, and it's unfortunate,
Pero
but you're
pues,
right.
Pero es lo que es,
It's,
¿no?
yeah, it's exactly what it is. It's like I don't know. Like I was literally like I'm reading this before I was getting ready for work, and I'm reading this because Jovan sent it over, And I'm literally just like, I fucking can't.
Well, do you guys remember, like 4 years ago or 5, when the shooting in Orlando happened?
Yeah.
And then I remember actually I got interviewed by Telemundo here for an activist for LGBTQ because you have no idea how one incident somewhere else can really affect every single part of the world.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We were talking about that
and we talked
the
about
last
that
show.
a couple shows ago.
Show, yeah.
Yeah.
This could happen to us somewhere around
Exactly.
here, you know?
And like I was telling him, when Orlando happened, I was speaking to my nephew, and he's like, one of the most beautiful things that I've seen come of this is that the world rose.
Yeah.
The gay community around the world literally stood up and held candlelight vigils
Yeah.
and demonstrations
Yeah.
to show the support of the gay community here in the U.S.
I think that was a turning point for the world, to be honest. And it gave us a lot of, I think, pride to say, you know what, if you're going to kill me, the world is going to know.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we're not going to be shut anymore. Like,
Yeah, I think we're a little sheltered here in America because we don't live in a country. I mean, we do live in a country where we are murdered, but not at the rate at which in other countries
because
like Chechnya and
What is it like? There's other countries in Africa.
in Africa where they're
And in
being murdered.
South Asia.
Even in
South
Russia,
Asia,
I
yeah,
think
in
Russia
it's
was-
criminalized.
especially. So it's like we're blessed to be here.
We really
But
are
we
to
fought
an extent.
for it. Like, we really, it's kind of like, I see it as like a white glove. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
It's like, it's there, but it has to be very carefully managed.
Yeah.
You know, because if it's not, then we're not a super free country, but then we're not going to let you just do your thing, like adopt kids. That's just barely passed, right?
Yeah.
For us, soon to be getting married. What was
Yeah,
it, 2016?
2015.
15, 16? Yeah.
We literally, me and Jovan were planning on getting married in California because it was legal there.
Yeah.
Planning the wedding, and then what was it, like a few months before our wedding? Then nationwide, it was
No,
passed.
Arizona
Oh,
went
this
before
District
you.
12, yeah.
Yeah, went right before your wedding,
Yeah.
and then the rest of the country
a
went
little
on.
bit later summer.
It was
Yeah.
in June because I remember we were in New York City for Pride that year.
Oh yeah, and that's how you
when
found out.
when Obama had a press conference and announced that he's making it a law of the land. And I remember it was some friends and we took off to the Village in New York City, and the energy, girl, because like everybody took off, like it's Pride weekend.
Oh, man.
I remember I'm literally standing in the middle of the Village, right outside. Why am I drawing the blank? The stone.
Stonewall.
Stonewall. Sorry. Oh my God. How dare I? Bad memo. We're standing outside of Stonewall, and just literally the amount of love that you felt in the air, it was just different. Like it was just such an incredible feeling. Like you saw so many people crying, myself included. We know this.
Hell yeah.
But like it was tears of happiness, tears of
Acknowledgement.
acknowledgement, to an extent validation, to an
Yes.
extent acceptance.
To it.
Exactly, to all of it. Like
Yes.
and you felt that because I remember the parade because that was on a Friday and the Pride parade was that Sunday. And I remember so in 1969 when Pride happened at Stonewall, the original people who were involved in those riots every year are paraded, are in the parade. And so I remember that year as they're on top of a double decker, and as that bus is coming down the street, the crowd literally erupt. Sorry. The cloud
You're on one today.
It's one of the days today. I'm having a moment. I'm having a day. I'm literally, the crowd, you just start hearing this wave coming of people just chanting, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Like, dude, like, I'm literally, like, I'm a fucking blubbering mess. Like, I'm literally, like,
It was
All mocos and
my
shit.
oh, like, girl, like, it was the perfect dramatic scene from a telenovela. Like, seriously, like
a musical, if you
like,
will.
Oh, girl, it was a
Oh,
Broadway production. Literally.
I just imagine you like with that music of like the Rosa de Guadalupe, like
And then the wind.
the wind's blowing your hair. Well, I brought that up because we had to change our plans. We were like, oh shit, we have to actually get an officiator to do our wedding because it was so quick that we didn't have any plans. And then you mentioned we fought for it. I feel like I didn't fight for anything. Those people who that were on that bus or the people who fought for us, obviously we had to be represented. We were representing ourselves.
We're still
but
continuing.
they did the big.
But
big
guess
fight.
what? If we didn't continue,
Yeah,
guess
we wouldn't be where we are.
Guess what? Their work would have mean shit.
Right.
It is up to us to continue to fight for it. Because guess what? If our kids or if the kids of our kids turn out to be gay or lesbian,
I think our future generations are good because they're out and proud.
I think it's gonna take time, honestly, because again, barely 2016, we're barely in 2021.
And they're still trying to repeal that, like seriously.
And which is somebody just got beheaded. I think we still have.
We have a long way to go. Absolutely.
I mean, I get it.
We have a lot of work to do.
In 100 years.
Maybe.
Yes, but in here to 20 years, I think there's for not beheadings, for not hate crimes to happen. I think we still have a lot of
work to do.
Awakening consciously to do.
Absolutely, and don't ever say that you don't do anything because like you may not be on the front lines. But here's the But here's the thing.
I don't mean it that way.
No, I know, but because the way I look at it, we exist.
That's
and
a hate crime. That's a hate crime.
You know how I am.
It's a gay on gay hate crime. But here's the thing: we exist, and we don't let anybody tell us how to live our lives, and that is a fight because we choose to not fall to the wayside. We choose to not allow anybody or any religion, any belief to tell us that we are wrong. I'm sorry, sweetie. I'm here. I am queer. Get used to it. Don't fuck with me.
Relax,
like you know what I mean?
Okay. Relax.
All right.
I was trying to give you some.
Like the passion.
Relax.
Like, you know how I get. But,
But we love you.
That's not even what I meant.
I know,
meant that the work that they did
absolutely.
is not compared to anything we've done.
Oh,
No, yeah,
Really.
for sure.
No,
For
that's
sure.
To be
No,
honest.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I'm not out there risking my life during these
Literally.
protests
No,
that
no.
they had to do
Right.
to
My
to
bad.
get
No.
what we have now. So it's
I'm
not that
sorry.
I'm saying we're not doing by being visible, by doing the show, by being married, by
Absolutely.
posting our
That's a
pictures or
lot.
videos. Obviously, we're doing a lot, but
Absolutely.
I never put my life in the line like they did.
For me,
Granted, and
think-
yeah, and I'm not trying to pacify what they did, but I'm just like I don't know. I got passionate. Like
I think for those that we do live out there,
yeah.
I think we are advocates for, you can do this,
Yeah.
and there's going to be hate, but you can do this. And I lost my train of thought that I was going to mention about that. But let's go back to your passion. So
No, we're good. We're good.
Just to finish up that thought right there, it's like so many people do things in different ways.
Yeah.
And I just want to give a quick shout out to a support group for the Phoenix Rising, which is the Banditos. They were there from the beginning, and we all know how, especially Hispanic soccer culture is with that infamous homophobic chant.
Yeah.
They from the very, very beginning shut it down, and those
Absolutely.
as
Yeah.
people like
Good.
started coming in, new people like especially new Latinos. Oh, we got a soccer team, and their first time they're so used to it, they would start trying to do it, and the same people in the section like, no, we don't do that here.
Yeah.
This is not this is not who we are, and like to this day, that chant has never been a part of Phoenix Rising
Good.
culture.
I love that.
Good, love
I
it.
love
that's
that.
how it starts, just like any other. Thank you for that. What is it?
Yeah, bringing
What
that
is
up.
it? Yeah, like
Yeah.
definitely, which leads to how before businesses did not put or whatever LGBT friendly or
Yeah.
LDs. We accept.
Yeah.
To me, that's kind of like, what does that mean? So if I don't not gay, if you don't see me gay, you're like, if that wasn't there, you wouldn't let me in. So what does that mean? Does it appearance or?
I think what it does is, I think for me, like I love seeing that. And I think what it does is it say, hey, well, you can come here. This is a safe
Safe
place.
place.
Excuse me. This is a safe place. You can come here without fear of judgment, and we gladly accept you
And
here.
that
But
and that
shouldn't
was
that
a
be everywhere?
yeah, but that was a
but like
that
you
was a
said,
res-
we have a long ways to go.
But that was a response.
Exactly
But that was a response to that law that came about that was trying to
SB
something they were
yeah.
trying to
To
allow
ban?
people from
to give them permission to discriminate
Yeah.
on the grounds
So,
of religious freedom.
It was kind of a reaction saying the community was saying no, we don't want this law. You are welcome here.
Yeah.
That it wasn't so much a label of you have
We're
to
a gay
you're
establishment.
establishment. It's just saying this is
gladly.
this is our reaction. Our community does not like this law. We welcome everybody.
Okay.
We're showing this to you
Yeah,
by
that's
putting
the
this
way
on the
I took
window.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think in the future it should just not even matter, right?
Right, no,
That's-
absolutely.
That's in a
what we're
perfect world, but
hoping.
we have to do these actions to get there.
Yeah.
That's we have a lot of work to do, and like you said, there has to be action. There has to be a moment,
Movement, yeah.
movement. So by having these moments where we're fighting, where we're like loud and proud,
Speaking
because
out, right?
a lot of people like the for example the chant. Like
Yeah.
a lot of Mexicans will be like, oh my God, lo estoy haciendo de pedo. Like they're just like whining. It's not. We didn't even mean it that way. Okay, it doesn't matter what you meant
But the
to
meaning.
display, but the meaning to us is
Yeah.
is a defamation, right?
Because
and,
to me,
and it feels like I'm lesser because you're making fun of the other team by calling them this,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
You're
So
using me as a fucking
as an
insult.
excuse to insult somebody. And if I don't say anything, if we don't get mad, if we don't want it to stop, then they'll continue doing it forever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the change is us saying, no, this is not right. We need to change this.
Totally,
And I don't care if they're like, well, it was so much fun before. It was just about the no. For you, it was fun. For you, it was fun. But you don't have no idea how it's going to affect others.
Also, when they say, what are your thoughts on that's gay?
Oh, we talked about
this.
Ah,
That's
So
gay.
we had, like, I brought up the example of I have a cousin who used to say that, oh, that's so gay. I'm like, okay. So what I did is, like, I turned around and I started using that. Instead of saying that's so gay, I used to use her name. And I was like, oh, that is so blank and blank. And so, like, she's like, it's like, I'm so agarré la onda, like, started catching on, like, and I'm like, when I made a point, like, Steven, I go, see, that's what I mean. That's stupid. So I'm just gonna call it, that's so your name. And so she's like, I get it. Like, it kind of clicked. I go, it finally clicked. I go, I get it. You don't mean it like saying that's gay, but the way that you're using that term is you're
It's
saying
not
that's
right.
you're saying that gay is equal to dumb, stupid, less, or whatever.
Diminishing.
It's diminishing. There you go. It's diminishing. And I personally, for me, I go, cousin, I'm not going to allow that. If
Exactly.
you want to hang out with me and be a part of my life and think that you can reap the benefits of having a gay cousin, sweetie, you're not going to be
the
doing
token
that.
gay cousin.
I usually ask,
Okay.
what do you mean by that?
Yeah.
And they
because they never gotten questioned before.
what do you mean by that? Exactly.
It's little things like that that you change one mind, and that's all we can do.
Yeah.
Like we talk about this. This isn't a sprint. This is not a quick 100
This is
meter
a
dash.
marathon, honey.
This is a marathon. This is a turtle race at that.
It's changing minds.
Absolutely.
It's you know how long it takes to change a mind? Very fucking long.
Mhm.
And just by doing exactly what you guys are saying, speaking out, doing those protests, having signs, and us that
Being
are
visible.
Yeah, being visible.
Exactly. Us that are part of it, wear the
Yeah.
badge, wear the thong.
Wear the badge, y'all.
Right, yeah.
Wear the badge.
I'm allergic.
I'm not.
I know.
Allergic.
She is not.
just
went
That
like
is her
this, I'm
main
like-
source of
That is el
protein.
pan de vida for you, girl. Like,
Es el pan duro.
pun intended.
Yeah.
So if you didn't know, she's a lesbian.
Yes. If you guys did
That
not.
wasn't
identifies
not
as
obvious
lesbian.
at this point.
It wasn't. Hey, you never know. But yes, I'm tattooed everywhere. If
I
you
love
guys-
it.
Yes.
Bunch of vaginas.
Take your shirt off. I'm kidding.
We're not there yet. We
We're
don't have
not
that
that kind
rating.
of show
We don't
yet.
have that
Not
rating.
yet?
We're not there
Okay.
yet.
Well,
And
you
we're not
guys-
really dying to see what's
We're not.
what's
Ain't nobody
down
trying to
there.
see that.
You're not. No, I'm just kidding. Just.
Platinum star gay hair.
Yeah.
Platinum.
Never been with a woman.
Never. I didn't even come out of vagina.
Yeah.
I was C-section.
Really?
Yes, ma'am. Never.
I-
I'm not though.
I'm honored. I mean, meaning I'm not a golden lesbian.
Of
Sorry
course.
for
She's not a
whoever
golden
gets to
lesbian.
name me there, but
I've never. I think the most I've ever done with a girl is make out.
not even.
I don't
Cute.
know. I've seen one live vagina in my life.
Live, like was on show or something.
Well, it actually
like,
it was.
vagina.
No, but it was. So I'm an art major, right? So my degree's in art, and
Oh,
so
so that you should.
we had I had one of my classes was live
Didn't you
drawing.
draw? Oh, you.
So it was a live drawing class, and so we had a model, and like it wasn't like, hey, we're gonna draw a vagina today. No, it was nothing like that. Miss Thing,
It's
she's up there
about the
posing,
body.
she's holding like some fruit and some shit. Like, okay, cool. Like I could fuck with this. So then she's like, all right, you've been standing long enough. We're gonna take a quick break, guys. Grab some water. And like, cool. So I put my thing down. Went to go grab me soda. Came back, and when I came back, Miss Thing's sitting down on the box that she was sitting on. That's fine, but girl. And so she had to come around to the other side. And sweetie, instead of, getting up and walking around,
She swung around.
Miss Thing did this number. She's all like, sass. And flashed me. Full beef. And it was like, girl.
Beaverhausen.
I can't. Beaverhausen,
Yeah.
Beaver Deli, Beaver Town. I was,
The forest.
girl. No, I wasn't. I don't know. I was just like, I was.
You
I'm like, what am I
quickly,
looking at?
freaked out.
It is really-
Gay panic. Gay panic.
Gay
Lesbian panic.
No, but it was
A
funny because-
lesbian would not panic if she saw that.
She wouldn't. I did.
Yeah.
No. So it was funny because one of my best friends from college was sitting right next to me, and he was literally laughing his ass off. I'm like, why are you laughing? He's like, if you could see your face. Because he's like, you were literally like in awe. Like, you don't know if you were to be like grossed out, intrigued, confused. Like, it was, you were feeling all of it. And it was written all over your face. Like, and like, I was literally like in my mind, I'm like, if that's what it looks like? I was like, girl.
Well, maybe that wasn't the best representation of a vagina.
Well, she was, okay. In all due respect.
No tea, no shade.
No tea, no shade, no pink lemonade.
Uh-huh.
But like.
Tenía big lips.
No, I don't know. I don't know what that
He doesn't know what to
Really?
describe it. He's
He
blocked it
really
from his
does?
mind.
She was an older person.
Oh.
So I want to say like she was in her 60s, 70s kind of thing.
Oh.
I first and foremost, lady, you're a free spirit, and I love you for it. Boobs to the belly button. I get it. That's reality. It's gonna happen to all of us.
That's beautiful, though.
Even me.
Even
No,
us.
it was, and she was a very beautiful lady. And the fact that she was willing to do that, like, I was very inspired by that. And I still have that drawing.
It's in the back of your closet.
You have to show it to us now.
It's not good.
You need to send us a
But
picture.
I didn't draw the taco. I drew the bar. Like, I drew the whole salad.
Well,
bar,
it's
kind
still
of thing. No, I'll show it to you. Yeah. So I
What's
still
that thing
have
where
it.
you like are asleep but you're awake and then
Paralysis?
sleep
Sleep
paralysis? That's your
paralysis?
sleep paralysis demon.
Girl, you finally named it. No wonder it looks like a cloud.
You're terrified.
Not all vaginas.
But I've never. That's the closest. Like I had. So there was also.
Not
this,
even like.
No, some girl put her vagina on your leg or something.
So then there was also this one time. So I was out drinking with a girlfriend of mine, and I got trashed. Like, between her and I, we literally killed a big bottle of Don Julio tequila between us, and it was a great time.
Classic
I love
girls.
it. So we came back to my place, and she legit tried to have sex with me.
Mm-hmm.
She climbed on top, and
she
girl,
climbed the wrong
let's just say I couldn't
tree.
rise to the occasion. Like, girl,
Squishy.
Like definitely nada.
no, girl, no.
So for
But I mean, it's easier for girls to hide being a lesbian because
yeah.
it's just penetration. You're like nothing has to rise for you, right?
And then
Does the
But
clitoris
it-
rise?
huh?
yes, it gets
No.
like.
Engorged. That's the word of the day. Engorged.
Ugh. And I've
Well,
even
it gets aroused, just like
Oh.
a dick does.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
We're learning, everybody. We're learning.
So
the more you know.
The more you know. Shooting penis.
you have. Phew, you gotta put
Well, in
some-
this case, shooting vagina.
yeah,
shooting
yeah,
vagina.
You gotta do some effect like. Phew.
Oh, that pussy flew.
No, it comes out of a clam and then the rainbow comes out of it.
I'm just. Never mind.
I've lost my appetite.
So much for Ty, actually.
So yeah, and
No, so like real quick. Fuck, where was I going with this?
vaginas.
Vaginas. Drawing it. Vaginas.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay.
Um,
yeah, the topic is done.
Topic is over. It's over. It's canceled. No, so like, yeah. I've never been there. No.
No, jamás.
No. Do I? No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told you this.
Yeah, and me too.
Okay, so actually, let me. So it's funny that you bring this up. So let's talk about this. So,
Yeah,
and I
so-
think this is a perfect transition point. Unless is there anything else you guys want to talk about current event wise?
The what
The
you wanna bring
uprising.
up?
Colombia.
Sí,
Yeah.
Colombia.
But yeah, let's
how-
talk about that before we
Yeah.
get crazy.
Man, yes, it's just again crazy how nowadays you still have the government because trying to bring up taxes on just needs.
When they're already struggling.
Exactly,
Seriously.
only
What
because
was-
of greed and not being able to manage their own wealth,
Yeah.
right? And now every person or citizen that is opposing to it, boom, snap, killed,
Killed.
right outside the street, right by their own people. So when you're looking at these real-time videos, it's sad. That did make me cry because it's your own government. It's killing you because you're not allowing them to take more money from you.
Yeah, and then that brings up to me the point of when Americans or people in this country are always like, if you don't like your country, then you should change it, right? But they have no idea
What it
what it is to live in a
takes.
country
Yeah.
that you cannot change, even though protesting, dying doesn't change anything, and you have to escape it. And they're like, they should fix it on their own when they were born into a country that's already
Fucked up.
Hundreds
Oh.
of years of corruption.
yeah
Since it was possibly
that was
in-
built for them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Of- because they've never been oppressed. So
Yeah.
oppression to them looks like wearing a mask. So
That's-
it's like
Oh.
it's I
Don't
can't
get-
stand people who are like, why don't you go back and fix your country? I'm like, did you have to do anything to fix your? My ancestors. Well, you didn't do shit. You did not. You were privileged enough to live in a country where it's built for you, white people.
Deja tu eso. So you gotta take it back this way. Go back and fix your country. Okay. Why didn't your people do that?
Yeah.
Because if memory serves me correctly,
You left
the
your
people who
country.
came here
You left
England,
Did themselves
escaping religious persecution. Why didn't you fix it?
No, why don't you fix it there?
But no, you decided to come,
Exactly.
invade another country.
Because they forget. Because they were born
Sweetie.
into what was already created, what
They
was already done for them.
forgot. They used what they needed to use them for, then no purpose, and then guess
Oh.
what? Let's go
Yeah.
find something better than possibly we can use, right?
Yeah. So how do we help people?
And these people are trying to do it, but they're not gonna find weapons just like right there. It's like literally revolting against your government. Boom, you have another civil war right there.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's happening.
It's gonna happen.
This is the rise of the next civil war in Colombia,
Yeah.
and it's
And
sad.
And I think
Yeah.
not only in Colombia but other countries.
Venezuela.
Venezuela.
If you
Going through
think,
it.
and not only that part of the world, but I think the whole world itself, it might be going through a transitioning phase. If you think about
Absolutely.
it, like everything is just a piel de flor, you know, everywhere in the world, hate, sometimes love, sometimes just chaos, right? But hopefully at the end, it's gonna be something.
I think I was watching something where they would kind of interview astronauts that had gone to space, and seeing the world the way that it is from space, it kind of changed something in their mindset. That every time they see something so petty in the news, they're like, "We're just a fucking floating dot in this immense universe, and we're fighting about this or that, or money, or greed, or." And it just, I
We're
always want to
fighting
go back
about
to that.
votes.
Yeah, I want to get to that mindset to be
Makes
like,
sense.
we're floating in this fucking little planet, little dot, blue dot, and we're fighting about this fucking pettiness.
That's why I honestly believe we, and when I say we, I mean the human race, we will be our own demise.
Oh,
Oh,
guaranteed.
we are. Look at us right now.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Even
guys,
as
I always started because I like movies like Star Trek, you know, Star Wars, those type of things.
Yeah.
Like they go to other planets.
We escape
But
the
like,
planet.
no, but they never show like other planets. Like, dude, are we the only ones? Are we the only ones that stupid? Or the other planets as races? Like, hey, he's slightly less green than
Green
me,
than me.
so I'm
Give me a
better
lime
than.
green vibe, so you're not as good as
I'm
I
gonna
think.
stay away from your orbit real quick. I'm not gonna mingle with you. And I think so. I think aliens are like, fuck, these human races are stupid. Why are we gonna mess with them,
Yeah.
right? Or let's go ahead and just observe them and.
But can you imagine?
There,
if it
there's
was
a sign outside of Mars.
Right.
Approach at your own risk.
They have a
Like,
little Martian on the
can
window.
you take me with you guys?
But can
Yeah.
you imagine though? Like I thought about this. What if it's on the flip side? What if we are
The only-
no. What if we are the superior species?
That's fucked. That.
Oh shit! The
What if
universe
like
fucked.
what if we were to go to another? What if like our satellites, like what we've sent into space, like you know the stuff that's already beyond Jupiter and Saturn and that's floating off into the abyss, right? What if there will be another planet of a primitive species or primitive whatever sees that and they freak the fuck out?
I don't doubt it. You know, I
Welcome
believe,
to conspiracy theory
I believe in
segment.
portals. So, you know how Sedona, Utah, New Mexico has very high
The vortexes.
level of energy,
Yeah, yeah,
right? And there is a saying where those are portals,
Right.
Right. There is this series in History Channel called Skinwalker Ranch, and in that ranch, a lot of these situations happened, and it's just interesting how it just can relate to what's going on in this part of the world,
Yeah.
and then we have other species coming in here and say, do we want that? Do we help them? Do we not help them? And not just going back into that particular subject. I don't know if you guys remember, this was on the news where there was this launch. I don't know if it was an atomic bomb or some type of rocket, and they see this object and stops the launch. You guys never seen it?
I think I have.
And it's like, where does that happen? And just like there's astronauts as well that they ask, what are things that you've seen out there? They usually either talk about it or don't talk about it.
I'm sure
right?
they can.
And it just goes to think, are we really only else out there? You know,
No,
is it-
Mathematically, it's impossible for us not to be the. It's impossible for us to be the only.
The only one.
I mean, out of all universes, out of all the stars,
Can you
billions
imagine?
of stars in the galaxy, and billions of galaxies in the universe.
And we worry for a
We think we're so arrogant that we think that we're the only
Yeah.
species there.
And we worry about, oh, why are you wearing that color? That's my body rose color. Like
The pettiness, yeah.
what you talk about, right? That it's like we get so consumed in
Ourselves.
just what we see here that we don't think about what's out there.
Yeah,
you know,
we're
Like,
a tiny little shit.
did you know it takes about 8 minutes from here to
The sun?
space, like just outer space orbit? I think we saw it on One Strange Rock in Netflix with Will Smith. I recommend everybody to see it. It will really open up your mind, which talks about exactly what you were mentioning, Danny. One Strange Rock in Netflix.
Okay.
I think
Yeah, and Skinwalker Ranch on History Channel.
Okay.
If you're into that stuff, definitely recommend it. Yeah.
Okay.
We're learning something. También
I
as
love
well.
it. No, hey, I'm all about it. Educate me.
Yeah.
But-
So we're gonna talk about.
So, are we good there?
Yeah.
So our heart goes out to all those in Colombia. I want to say we send thoughts and prayers, but that doesn't mean
That doesn't
anything
really
to
do
me.
anything. Yeah.
If you guys out there know of any way that we can help out,
Yeah.
both us or anyone
Funds
else,
or-
be it funds, be it supplies, be it anything. I mean, we don't have a large platform, but we'll use what we have to do what we can.
Do you guys think it'd be like people just unite, right? And everybody just go to over there and be like, hey, we don't want this. You know what I mean? Like the world unites and just
Like the whole Katniss Everdeen that came to fight with you, like kind of thing.
right? Why not?
I mean,
what are they gonna do? Like,
We can't even get in the country, probably.
okay, seriously.
INS is like,
If you-
no,
but if you
bitch, get back
think
on that
about
plane
it-
and get right
That
back.
government's gonna be like, what you here for?
if you go
Sightseeing?
back, well,
Sightseeing,
if
yeah.
you go back to history, how have those situations?
It was countries would unite against
changed?
the empire that was trying to overthrow the local government. And that's how it happened. But I think here everybody's so self-centered on their own,
Yeah.
on their own
Oh.
person, their own culture, their own country.
Yeah.
Oh, let's not butt in because we don't have the resources for
Yeah,
that.
ooh, yeah.
So I think it's on an individual scale and it goes up to full on,
Definitely.
and it can go on and on and on.
Yeah.
But
I hope everything can come to terms. I
Absolutely.
don't say peace, but terms and be manageable, right?
absolutely,
Just so people don't suffer.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you for bringing that up. That's a huge one, and I think that's going to be an ongoing conversation.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of a follow up and kind of keep updating
Because
that.
it affects here.
Yeah,
as well.
absolutely. Because there's people here who have family there
Oh.
who are
Yeah.
affected by it. But
Yeah.
no, thank you for bringing that up. But on to the real reason
The motive.
the motive behind
Well, you
your
really
invitation.
brought me here.
Let's talk about that thing.
Vagina?
No, well, yeah, but only because you have one.
Vagina?
This
Taco?
episode is sponsored by the letter L
Lesbian.
for lesbian.
Taco?
Girl, I'm
Chimichanga?
hungry. Don't be doing that.
Concha? Oh, I got many more.
Ay, el pan. Ochon. I think was it my grandma who said that? They're going to kill me for...
O el dulce panocha?
Ay, no. Ya no me gustó la
Ya
captura. No, pero... So, we've been kind of having this ongoing topic and this ongoing conversation about stereotypes and kind of creating the visibility as we talk about the gay alphabet, the gay alphabet. So we've talked about the T for transgender, and one of the biggest things that I know that every gay man falls into these expectations of what the stereotype is. And so I know that lesbians do that as well. Like my sister's a lesbian, so I've talked to her about it on numerous occasions. And in per our conversation, there are some really good ones that you feel are big.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that. Like what would be like the biggest one, most bothersome?
Most annoying, or like
Yeah.
when that annoys you the most when people say it.
I'm laughing because smiling because it's just I think everybody that is lesbian will relate to this one. But you don't look lesbian.
Yeah.
And I'm like, am I supposed to have like a tag or
We have the
like,
same- we have the same with gay,
or
too.
am I supposed to be short hair, look butch?
Butch.
Is that your representation of being lesbian? Or it's because you haven't found a good dick?
Oh,
And I'm like, I probably
I
have a
hate
better
that
dick
one.
than you do. You know, I'm like, and it's
I have a
colorful.
better thrust.
And it's colorful and vibrates. So I don't know.
It's more powerful, right?
Yeah. So it doesn't.
oh, wow.
And it's. So I'm not afraid to say that
No,
to
you
men,
shouldn't be.
and
You shouldn't.
and they usually get intimidated by that,
Yeah.
and it's like I can take your girl if I want
Well,
to,
they-
but I'm not because then
Most
I
of the
would
time,
be-
they make it about themselves. That's why they say that shit. Like, oh, you haven't had a good dick.
Exactly.
Like,
and then
honey.
when it doesn't work their way,
They
and
get
it's
mad.
like they're like, but fuck, I'm like,
yeah. I called you bullshit. Now you're getting mad.
like,
So, okay.
or who's the girl, or who's
The
that was
roles,
huge. Like, so my
yeah.
sister talked about like it's the gender roles that they expect. Like, why does like they get the question like who's the guy in the relationship? And my sister's always been like, no one. We're both women.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
And the same
we're
thing with
two
gay
women.
guys
And the same thing with
too.
guys. We're both men. Just because there tends to be one more that's dominant.
And we
So-
don't get the role thing. We get like, are you a top or a bottom? Instead of so they sexualize it
that's-
instead of.
But see, I've heard though. So who's the girl? So like
I've
when-
heard that too.
Like when I was with my ex, like, so who's the girl in the relationship? I'm like, nobody. We're both men.
dudes. Yeah.
We're both dudes. I go. Granted, one's more alpha than the other, and I think that's in every relationship. But alpha doesn't mean male.
Honey,
You know what I'm
you're
saying?
right, because there are a lot of straight couples where the woman
Runs
manda.
his shit.
She is the one who
Absolutely.
runs this shit. She's
Absolutely.
the alpha,
And
And
right?
there's a lot of also packs of lions or packs of wolves or
Wolves.
packs of whatever.
Who are
They're-
matriarchs,
and
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
female is the one that
The
lleva los
leader.
pantalones.
A huevo.
So,
lionesses,
Las
the
mujeres de
hunters.
Sinaloa.
and I think me Sonora también, porque no
Yeah,
chingado?
bitch.
I mean, well, yeah.
Somos de un pueblito bien
¿Verdad?
cerquita del otro.
Somos parientes. Yeah. Yo tengo que I have to jump the river to go. Oh my
The rio-
God.
oh my god, your fucking paisa came out.
Real quick.
Oh my God.
I went to Rayon, and then on the way back, I have to pass her town. So I was like sending pictures, like, "Hey, mira,
You know,
I'm
like,
passing your
pueblito is
town."
Carbo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Why was I thinking you're from Sinaloa?
Todo mundo.
Porque es bien perra por eso.
Porque, no sé, my heart belongs to Sinaloa.
She just has like
As it
a
should
like
be.
a very, what is it,
Just-
buchona kind of. Not,
No,
yes and
that's not buchona.
No, no.
Kinda
like a-
no, she's not buchona.
I've seen
No,
her
no,
real
he-
buchona. Yes,
he's
I have.
seen me buchona.
Yes.
Really?
Little tight ass dress. She's a lipstick. I told
No,
you.
but to me, granted, yes, she's a lipstick. But to me, like, I think buchona, I think fake ass, fake titties, fake waist,
Well,
like,
I don't need fake
No.
titties. I don't. It's just like my.
like
it's not a cultural.
Or like,
It's
like,
regular.
like gaudy, like over the top.
She's not
extra.
gaudy, but she is.
No, that's what
she
buchona
can-
is.
It's-
Is gaudy.
Yes and no.
I think it's the persona. Like, es que no me
It's
has
a
visto con el
persona.
cabello, right? You
Yeah.
haven't seen me like on my other true form. So once we
Her
get
true-
there,
Girl, I've known you for
She's
how
a
long?
transformer.
Apparently.
Let's be transformer.
yeah, it's my bipolar side. So.
So we have Bumblebee, we have
Yeah.
Ratchet, and we have what? Kitty Cat? What
Kitty
the fuck?
cat. Kitty cat right here.
Okay. Okay.
I like it, right?
She's
Okay.
like, chon, 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 chon. Chon, 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 chon. That's how she transforms.
I will never watch Transformers the same again. I'm gonna be like, what's that bitch gonna transform into now? No, so like, kind of going off of that. So I was talking to my sister, and so like, you know my sister.
Who is the butchiest girl I've ever
So-
seen in my
So
life?
my
Appearance.
sister's what you would call a stud.
That's your brother
I
right
think
there.
appearance. It has to do gender role. It has to do a lot with appearance, right?
But it's-
That's put it-
But it's artificial.
Then it is. It is what it is. Like there is no
Societal.
more exactly.
Yeah.
Again,
Right.
I love you guys, and I think I feel comfortable saying this. If we look at them, they don't neither looks more manly or female, right?
I'm gonna stay out of this
Just,
conversation.
Don't.
I know. Just by looking at them like this, it's just an example. Just by looking at them like
Just by
this.
us not moving, not
Exactly,
talking, not saying
right?
anything.
Just
If we were on
be-
the street and you never knew us.
Be no prejudice.
Yeah.
Just right.
Be no prejudice.
O sea.
Mira pues. Okay. So now.
No, you're right.
Your first thought would be like, oh, okay.
Once you start getting to know more, I would say, oh, Dani es la vieja, a huevo.
Oh. A
Yeah.
lot of people say that. A lot of
Yeah.
people say
A
that.
huevo. And,
In what sense, though?
And even though
In what sense?
manner is.
You're
Check-
Queenie. You have Queenie
check this
moments.
out.
I can queen out with
Can
my
I
friends.
finish?
Absolutely, same.
Yes.
Girls,
Sorry.
por favor, okay? Gracias.
Girl, why are we getting hit on our own show?
No, 'cause- So check this out. This is exactly what I'm trying to say. You have girly mannerism for longer periods of time. He also does, but he's very quick and sharp at them, and he can be tough. That for sure. He can be tough and be very assertive, and he also can be that. So, but in this case, if we go más o menos, for me, he would be the more towards the feminine part.
Right.
With you, if you want me to analyze you and Lorenzo, which is the only person that I've seen you with, I'm not gonna do it, girl. I ain't gonna do it, okay? Because Tina's gonna activate something.
No. No, girl, no.
You're gonna get transformed. bitter.
So you see how
No, but go ahead.
gender
Go
role
ahead.
will look like.
Go ahead.
But I need to do now. Look at it because go ahead, girl. Go
No,
ahead.
it's not even that. It's not that. But girl,
But
no.
I want us to see the gender role at its full, right?
Right,
We
no,
did that
absolutely.
analogy. Now let's go ahead and do myself with me and my former partner, Patty, right?
Right.
If you met her,
Yeah, of
right?
course.
She's on the kickball
Oh
team
my
with
gosh,
us.
it's true.
Duh.
I don't really know. So
Have we
if
met?
You, apparently not. He's hating on me right now. I never experienced that before.
I don't want to go anywhere. Dinner's over. It's
So she also looks pretty normal, right? Not too much.
She's not
girly-
too obvious. She's
Exactly.
not
Right.
too anything.
But you
Right.
can tell she has that more of a
little swagger.
like
Yeah.
that's
She's
studdish,
like sucking
yeah,
on
she has a
pussy.
studdish walk.
right?
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
And but she's still feminine,
Yeah,
right?
she's still
Right.
very
And
feminine.
there is me that I'm still me, but I'm more.
She's like tontita, like
No,
Like
running
this
from the
big.
ball.
no. I'm more just bubbly.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go with that.
I mean, yeah. I've seen you bubbly.
Ah.
No, what the hell was that sound? Ah.
It took me
No,
back.
and it's funny because okay, so I
You see what I mean?
No,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
And see, I look at my sister and I look at her wife Gabi.
Uh-huh.
You look at them and my sister, yes, my sister's butch. Like she's a stud. But I don't like the word butch.
Yeah.
I like when especially
Stud.
referring to women. I like
Okay.
stud because it's more of a.
Refined.
It's more not deja tu eso, but to me like butch seems like a negative connotation to it. You know
like
what I mean?
howdy, like
She's
raggedy,
manly.
like-
And my sister dresses to a certain aesthetic. But my sister's very like about comfort, and it's about I don't need to be in anything that's too constricting, or you know what I mean. She's like her short
She
hair.
ain't about dresses.
She's
she ain't
not about, but
yeah.
you know what the crazy thing is? Like you look at my sister like back in like
I saw the
early
quinceañera
20s,
pictures,
You saw
yeah.
like my sister was like super dressy
Yeah.
and like all
Long
that. And
hair,
so I think she
girly.
finally
Yeah.
discovered who she
Which
was
is
and
wh-
where she is
where
on that
she's
spectrum.
comfortable.
Exactly, and I love that. And then you look at Gabi. Gabi is very lipstick. Gabi's all about the dresses, the makeup, the extra. But then like I was talking to my sister, but I was talking to my sister, and she goes, "Nobody, when you look at us, nobody would really think that Gabi's actually more
Dominant?
active and dominant. Like I hate the use of this word, but she's like, but Gabi's actually more tomboyish than me.
Okay.
Me
She
too.
she's like, if we were to have a flat, Gabi would be the one to change the tire.
Yeah.
She's like, not me. She's like, Gabi would be the one
Yeah.
to change the tire. Gabi's the more sporty. Gabi's the more and so like, and she's like, but you look at us and it's a stud and a lipstick. But when you actually get down to the nitty gritty as to who does what, we're very reversed. It's like a
Yeah.
very polar opposite.
So I at one point thought I was.
Oh,
Oh, I want to see this.
my
Have I seen this?
Yeah,
God.
I think so.
Oh my, who is that?
Me.
Oh, she was confused.
Oh shit, that doesn't even look like
it
you.
doesn't look like you.
Yeah.
We'll post that later.
We'll add that later.
Send that here and I'll put it up there.
Can you,
Do you want to show?
holy shit, you want to show that?
Yeah, of course.
Well,
Oh, well.
No, send
No.
it.
She's like, look, TV, look, mira. Telekinesis, right there.
she doesn't know how TV works.
It's because I'm usually recording it. Yeah. Hey, I give you comedy too, okay?
Girl.
Yeah. I was. Look at this one.
You was kind, you was special. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, but see, I think you kind of go through that. Like, I remember when I first
Oh.
came out, I was very like, huh?
Because I'm trying to picture when you came out. You were trying to. Sorry.
He was trying to be very butch
No.
before. What?
So like okay. So like I remember like when I came out June 12th of 2002 is when I
To
finally
who?
told my parents.
Oh, your parents. Yeah.
And I remember right after that I went quickly to I got the blonde highlights. I got the
So
tongue
yesterday
paint.
you came out.
This is different.
So more feminine.
I
You
went feminine real quick.
because he was holding. You probably were holding back.
I was holding back for 19 years.
Oh, okay.
So for me it was I need to try everything. I need to find out where I'm at, and like I've always said,
What I
to
like.
me-
What do I like?
To me, it's a spectrum. Being gay is a spectrum. You have like your full-on. No, I'm not gonna go there. You're all over the place, right? You have this here, you have that there. I'm not gonna let.
and
you
it could
go.
change
You think this,
within.
you think that.
And
I
it
went
could
through
also
that.
change within your lifetime.
Absolutely, and absolutely, because I remember when I first came out, I'm like, oh, my hair. Girl, I used to get perms. My hair was like down to here in the front, and it would go like this in the back. And I
You
used to
have
get
photos?
perms.
No, you
on
did
me.
not.
Uh-huh.
No, you did not.
My hair was always curly up on top. It was very that. And, yeah, girl,
I'm
it was...
trying to.
Don't, because it was
I-
not
Don't
pretty.
picture it.
I think we all went through those phases.
No,
Of
we
course,
did.
yeah.
And I had the tongue
Did you?
piercing. I was wearing, even as a chubby guy, I was wearing the very tight clothing. Like, girl, it was
You got a belly
not-
button
Did you got a belly
piercing.
button?
No, I wanted to, though.
Of course.
I
you
wanted to.
When I came out, me too. Tongue, this, tattoo. I should tell you my first story when I thought I was gay.
When?
I was working at In-N-Out, and I was working the drive-through
Okay.
back in, I don't know, what was it, 2009?
Okay.
And this butch girl or stud, she drives, she was in the back of a Mustang. I remember she was like, hey, let me get this and that. And I was like, oh, okay. And then she drives back again. And she's like, hey, can I get your number? I'm like, no. And she's like, okay, what's your name? My name is Anna. Your name, coach? Well, you can coach me. And then since then, that was the first girl I ever, white girl
But
ever.
did you? So you did give her the number?
Yes, I did.
Oh?
So at that point.
At that point, I just knew.
Was there like a little?
Yes.
Maybe.
Wait.
Because-
Tell the story again. I gotta take notes on this.
Yes, you should. So I was 17, about to turn 18, and I
She has to say that for legal reasons.
was. And because they always thought I
Full
was.
disclosure.
So I was about to turn, and I just had that like, and she was, and she was just like so gay, and it, that sparked.
Yeah.
And since then I was like, I'm gay, mom.
That's the same thing that happened to me.
I'm gay.
Kind of. I knew I was gay, but I wasn't ready to come out.
Yeah.
And then my first boyfriend, Brad, he used to work at where I got my contacts and glasses. So we were fitting my contacts and stuff like that. And I think he had an inkling. He was like, maybe he is. And he would ask those like leading questions. He would be like, oh, so where do you go out? Wanting to know if I went to like Charlie's. So I was like, and I knew that was what he was doing. So I was like, we'll go to Charlie's and we'll go to like, I named all these gay bars. And he's like, oh, cool. I think I've been there before. So he was telling me,
Yeah.
I'm gay. You're gay
Gay,
now, right?
let's-
And then he asked for my number. So in that moment, I wasn't planning on coming out, but because I was having that experience in the moment, I was like,
Yes.
I like this.
Yes.
I like this a lot. So, yes.
Yep.
And I was in college, so I was free.
Yeah.
I wasn't living with my parents. I was free
Yeah,
to do
I
whatever I
was.
wanted. So it gave me the freedom to be like, okay, let me pursue this and
Yep.
see what it is.
Yeah.
And I was about to graduate high school, and yeah, I told them I'm moving out. I went on my full lesbian hunt.
Crusade.
I fucking
Crusade.
did.
She was hunting
I-
pussy. She was
But
hunting
not
pussy.
like sexually, just meeting
Oh.
people.
What?
Same girl, I'm a virgin.
Okay.
I'm not a virgin, but
I'm saving myself for marriage.
but I needed to put that out there. If my mom, if you're watching,
Yo soy,
Which she's not.
yo soy puro y santo.
Oh, okay.
Puro relajo y santo desmadre.
le creo. Yeah. What about you?
Which part?
When you
Well,
Well, he's
He already-
kind of what it told us.
Yeah.
But tell us about more stereotypes.
Okay, so
it's a good one,
es
thank
que,
you.
a ver cuál. That same girl. This is when you know how lesbian stereotypes come about.
okay.
So she was like the popular lesbian, everybody wanted to date, and they called me.
But
the-
she was in the community of lesbians.
Yes,
she was the popular.
she introduced me
She
to.
was that lesbian.
She,
yeah.
that
yeah,
lesbian.
and I always, and she introduced me to this whole new world that I was
Yeah.
like,
You're like
oh my god, where do I turn, right?
rainbows and
and literally rainbows and
Glitter
kitties
pussy.
and
Gatitos.
And yeah, I met all kinds of lesbian butches, like the golden
Gold star.
lesbians. Yes, the sister of the lesbian, the cousin of the lesbian that's also a lesbian. It has like I just met this whole new
a
world.
whole new world, honey.
Yes, and I didn't know what to do with myself. So this chick, coach, if you're watching, sorry,
Why do you call her coach?
because her name is Jessica,
She
but
coached
she
you
was
into
a coach.
lesbianism.
Well,
She's like with the
literally-
play. She's looking there with the
literally,
playbook.
no,
She's
all
like,
that's-
and you're gonna go to the back of the bar. and
She's
you're
all
gonna
there's
talk to this
truth
girl.
to that.
like yes, because I remember when she drove around, I asked for her name, or I don't remember who was in front. She was like, "Oh, she's coach," and then I said, "Well, you can coach me." That was my
that was
lesbian right
your-
there. That it just came out like,
She's like, what?
you know, like the Ariel song, like
Yeah.
singing.
Ah, lesbian.
Let's be honest.
Let's be honest.
That was me. That was me.
She's like, I want to be with the lesbians.
I want to be.
I want to be with the lesbians. Oh my god. I wanna
You will never see the Little Mermaid the same way
The
again.
same way again.
She gonna be watching that shit. That song's gonna come on. She's gonna remember this very moment.
I am.
Everybody's watching is gonna remember that moment.
The remake.
Disney, call us. You're
yes,
welcome.
please. Great new idea. So yeah.
So you had like a Gandalf. You had somebody like.
I had somebody that really introduced me to, and back then I was cute, little, and fresh.
You
meat.
were cute, but
You
you
are
were
little.
fresher back then.
Yeah.
I mean, we were all fresher back then.
I'm not. She gonna beat you up.
I love him.
Yeah.
So she's gonna go down the stairs behind you. She's that
She's gonna
Nomi
push that
Maloma,
bitch.
but she gonna push a bitch. Y vas a rebotar hasta abajo la verga.
No, he's gonna push her like she did it. Like,
She did it.
She's gonna
So
blame the pearls.
yeah, she introduced me to all of this lesbian world. Luckily, she was a lesbian that knew the lesbian world very well. But it was that part where I'm new to the world, so sometimes I'm gonna take advantage of how sweet and how good you are. So I obviously couldn't drink, so she would drink and I would go pick her up, and all of those dependent things. And I think that was my first introduction, like very just.
Did you ever have that moment where you're like, I'm not a lesbian, I'm bi?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
think
I
we've
did.
all had that.
Yeah, but you eat the right pussy, and you're like, no.
Or you could like both.
Yeah, I mean that's
Bi
that's,
exists, you guys. Don't. Bi
Yeah.
exists.
Yeah. No, but I'm not. I'm not. Sex with a guy wasn't
Was not the
pleasurable.
business.
Wasn't.
Huh?
I mean, physical contact is nice, but
I
when
miss
it comes
that.
to penetration, when it comes to
We can say penetration.
We can
that
say-
No, I'm not saying because you said it. I was like, I missed it.
Gross.
It is what it is.
You like a walking meme right now. Day 69.
Seriously.
It's been 84 years.
It's been 84 years.
yeah. But and I remember here, and I gotta tell this story. But then, her and I talked, and we ended up just being great friends till this day. And then that's when me and Stephanie, she was my other great
Lover.
Yeah. Very great experience with her. But then stuff happened. She was my first living with a lesbian.
Okay.
But yeah.
How long did it take you to live with her? Because we have a stereotype about lesbians where you're U-hauling
So true. It's so true.
fast.
Todas las pinches lesbianas.
Is it true?
Sí, a huevo. Yes, it is.
Some stereotypes are true.
She's not even from Sinaloa, pero se le salió el chinola.
Te digo, my heart belongs to Sinaloa.
I love it.
Did you get that on tape somewhere?
Because we've had lesbian friends that like that.
Wasn't it like within the first week they were living together?
Not living together, but they were together all the time. And I think within
A month.
a few
no?
months or a month or something, they were
Something
already
like that was quick.
living
Yeah.
together.
And they're still together.
It has happened to me.
For Sam and Gabby, it wasn't that way.
No, they
They-
were friends first, weren't they?
Well, Samantha it was funny because Samantha and Veronica, which is Gabby's older sister, were best friends in high school, and that's how they met. That's how we met.
She got the best friend's little sister.
Little
Oh
sister.
my god!
So when they started dating, I think Gabby was like 17 and Samantha was like 19 or whatever. And
but they didn't do anything until she was 18.
Exactly,
right?
nothing was done.
Nothing was
Like
done.
It was literally not even hold hands. It was, I was in the middle.
My face was like. I was 17 and she was also like.
Like I said, sister, don't kill me. Nothing happened. Pero like, for them, I think they moved in like in 2001, and they actually started dating in '99. So it's been 22 years for them this year that they've been dating. The crazy thing is that they're each other's first and only
lesbian experience.
lesbian experience, and that's beautiful. Like you don't
That
see love
is-
stories like that.
You don't.
You don't.
Those are the
You don't.
exceptions,
Those
though.
are the and I'm glad that you said that because I think Sam and Gabby are exceptional.
Oh yeah.
They've been through it all.
They built a
They've-
great family.
and they built a beautiful family.
and a good example of what gay relationships could be. and are.
So like you've heard of the It Gets Better project?
Yes.
That's the better. And I say
Yeah.
that not only because she's my sister and because
Yeah.
my sister-in-law,
Here comes
but
the
I
water-
just think
here
that
comes the
they've come
waterworks.
such a long way. Sebastian actually just got awarded. He tested for an honors program. Not only did he get into it, but it's the highest score they've ever seen. He passed with flying colors. Savannah is this incredible personality.
Hey,
She
stop.
is- what?
Because now my nieces and nephews are gonna be like, "Why don't you talk about music?"
No, like no.
Well, my niece.
Well, my niece,
I wasn't
she's
dumb.
brilliant.
No,
She's
I'm
a.
If we're talking about nieces.
No, it just like I think that like that they're that very that. You know what I mean?
That's
So like
awesome.
it may not have been right away, but
They got
when
there.
they did, it was forever, and I love
Yeah.
that.
They built it.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely, absolutely.
I'm jelly. I
But
wish.
it's
Very jelly.
I
Oh,
wish.
and I
Same.
kind of wanted to bring up the fact that, you know, it's we were talking about this in the car that it's the 48th anniversary of like the first cases of AIDS.
Yeah, that's
right?
actually a good thing you
And
brought that
then
up.
we we have this relationship with the lesbians that we make fun. Like sometimes it can be really mean, and gay guys look at lesbians as lesser, or like sometimes, right?
Yeah, there's
A lot of-
I'll be honest. There's truth to that.
There's just that.
And
yeah.
I'm not saying that it's everywhere, because I'll be honest. Like I was telling you, in the beginning, I didn't take right away to lesbians, even though my sister's a lesbian, and that was different because that's my sister. But I couldn't find common ground.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely.
You look for that common ground, and I couldn't find it.
Yeah.
So that's why I said there's always that little bit of a difference or a
Yeah.
little bit of a
And then
that's
I mean,
our prejudice. That's
yeah,
just,
because
that's,
we're prejudiced too. Because when we come out, when I came out as a gay, I didn't know about LGBTQI, other people,
Right.
other members of my community yet until I was out there and exposed, right?
Right.
And I bring this up because through that fight, through that epidemic, who was helping gay guys in those hospitals? Who was taking care of them in the hospitals? Lesbian
Lesbians.
nurses, right? And straight nurses.
Absolutely.
But those lesbian nurses were taking care of us when we were dying and sick. So we have to kind of,
shift
I think,
that.
praise the lesbian community for always being a really strong pillar in our community.
Absolutely.
And I don't think you guys get enough credit. I think
I
you
agree.
guys, I think you're overshadowed a lot by our gayness and our like flamboyancy.
And
And,
not only that, but also lesbian. I think it's put in a stereotype of like erotica. You know, like
that's what I was going to bring up
fantasies.
too. The
Yes.
the sexualization of lesbians.
So I think that's why that subject it's kind of tamed because it will lead to there's other fantasies
Yeah.
that it
Yeah.
will
And how do you feel about that sexualization of lesbians?
honestly,
I'm sure there's two parts. I'm sure there's a lot of parts to it.
Honestly, I don't care.
Okay.
Because it's how can I say it's not something that I relate myself into. I respect it, and whoever is wants to take part in it, ya sea if somebody watch it for pleasure because it's porn at the end. Everybody watches porn sometimes, or
Yeah.
some people might not watch porn, right? So if I look at it in that aspect, it's like okay, it's something that people do. Right, watch porn just like they watch movies, just like they do that. If I look at it in the part that okay, I'm gonna wear the hat of lesbians and I don't want anybody to sexualize that, then hell yeah, I'm gonna be all passionate about it. But then again, it's like okay, I'm not gonna.
You don't mind.
Exactly, I'm not gonna participate. I respect it. If there's a conversation where I need to, stand my ground, then I will. But if I'm not, then
Because your sexuality is not all who you are.
exactly,
Absolutely.
like
Way
it's-
more
it's-
to you
it's
than
not,
just your
It's
sexuality.
not Anna the lesbian. It's
That's
just,
how I know you. That's how I have you in in my phone.
Booby. No, just kidding. Because it's a lot of people just get
They think-
tagged by that, and that's not a tag that I wear. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's I'm gay, I'm lesbian, I love women, but that doesn't define me.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
My work that doesn't define me. What defines me, what type of person I am. I'm kind, I'm lovable, I respect you, I hate you. That's who I am.
I love
So if I will defend
Yeah,
my
yeah.
but it's not something that my energy is gonna go into where I can focus my energy in growing in something else.
I love that.
Great.
So that's
Speaking of sex, how y'all do it?
ooh.
That's a whole nother show.
Aye.
or
The classic scissor.
yeah, but it's good.
Do me a favor. Don't ever do that again. Aye. No.
Your mother watches this.
It is what it is.
I am so just. I have another show, right? And in that show, I talk about mental health, and
Absolutely.
I need to be somehow composed and whatnot. But fuck, man, you just need to be who you are. There's
Yes.
times where you gotta be serious. There's times where you can joke around, and that doesn't change who the fuck you are.
No,
that's-
absolutely.
it's-
And I think-
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're an
And you
open
can't-
book. You're an open book.
You're an
I mean,
open
you'll
book,
tell us
and that's
anything.
what that's so
That's
like.
what I love about you.
I met you. It's been what 4 years. When did you move into your house? Because
4
that's when
years
I met
ago.
you at their housewarming party.
Remember when I was like single and you all had like a
The paint party.
The paint party.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and you all had a partner, and I just recently broke up, so I was with a glass of wine, just
She's like,
looking at all of
fucking
you.
tree.
Because we drew trees.
Fucking snow on this fucking tree. That fucking moon looking all happy.
Next thing you know, she turns her paint around. It's black.
This is how my heart feels right
She's all like my soul.
She had like bangs in her hair. She's like,
Oh my God.
Hi,
Yeah, that's so
guys.
true. We had the paint party. So
Yeah.
we're the single ones now.
you both are the single ones? Yeah.
Love it. Love it.
Oh, you know what? We never talked about in gender roles and stereotypes.
Oh.
Remember when we were in the car together? And we were going to some other facility at our previous work because we used to
Yes.
work together,
Yeah.
right?
So I
And-
was driving, right?
You were driving or I was driving? I think
Somebody
I was
was
driving. 'cause you
driving.
didn't like
Yeah,
to
yeah,
drive.
yeah.
Somebody was driving. Okay. That's
And
established.
we stopped at a stop sign, and there was kind of two little cholitos on the other side, right? And they were looking at us, right? And I don't know if that made you feel uncomfortable or you're like, what the
They
fuck?
were just like, yo.
And what did you ask me?
I was like, Angel, like, give me your hand.
So they
And I was
so we
like,
can
give
so we
me-
can like
so
they
they
can be like,
see
oh,
that
we're together.
We're a couple, you know. So they stop doing like I felt
Staring at
uncomfortable,
us.
right? And I was like, give me your hand. And this is what he does. Go.
I point my hand like this. And she's like, what the fuck is this gonna do?
This is not. And that's where I knew I could never get him to.
No,
If I
no one's
know.
gonna mistake us for a
Not-
couple ever
never.
again. I had
I
It's
was
funny.
like, give me your
I had to
hand.
take the moment. It was fucking funny, and we laughed all fucking day about that.
It's funny. My cousin Liz, you remember Elizabeth?
No. Oh, Elizabeth, yeah.
Yeah. So it's funny because my cousin Elizabeth, we used to live together, and so we used to go shopping all the time. And then she's all like, cousin, everybody's looking at me. I'm like, and? She's like, they probably think I'm with you. I can't take you nowhere. She's like, everybody, I'm like, as soon as you're my boyfriend. I'm like, we had this thing. First and foremost, sweetie, rule number 1, I'm a homosexual. Rule number 2, I'm a homosexual. Rule number 3, refer back to rules 1 and number 2.
They're gonna tell.
They're gonna tell you.
Yeah, sometimes it's just it's in you, and
Yeah.
you can't, shake it off.
Yeah.
I mean, it's easy for me to transit. Like,
Right.
I can play my card. If I need to be straight, just because it's a safer environment. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I also have to be cautious about that. Obviously, if I'm in a situation where there is like hatred about gays, then I'm not gonna expose myself to that.
Right.
You gotta pick and choose your battles, which I've been in situations like that, but you have to be a little bit conscious about if you're safe or not safe.
So let me ask you this. What would you say to that when somebody says to that, oh, so you're hiding it. So you're ashamed of being who you are. Because there are those people who will be out there and say, oh, so you're ashamed of it. You're a self-hating gay. You're a self-hating lesbian.
My answer will be, hey, I understand your opinion, but that doesn't concern you. And if they don't like it, then that's up to them.
And it's about safety. Like, it's your
I'm-
No,
safety.
I
You know,
agree, sweetie. I'm
yeah.
wholehearted. I'm that first one to like,
I'm in
yo,
the
what's
state
up,
of-
bro? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I've seen that.
You've seen that.
And I'm like this. I'm like, who the fuck are you?
Who is she?
Who is she? What is this? What's going on here?
I'm at this point that if people react to however I react
Yeah.
because I want that, then that's not that's not up to me.
Yeah.
And if they decide to be violent, well, they don't know who I am.
Oh, shit.
I love that. So there's a
And then-
tattoo. There's a tattoo that I want to get right here on my arm. That's it's QTVV.
Uh-huh.
Que te valga verga.
Oh.
And seriously, that's my life motto now. You don't agree with something that I say or do? Que te valga verga. Like, it is what it is.
It's que es la verdad.
Absolutely.
I mean, unless if I invite you for your opinion to matter, then I will take it. If I open that door for you, then hell yeah. But if you open your mouth and you're in their circle, yeah, I'll let you. But it doesn't mean I'm gonna take.
I'm going to take it with a grain of salt, sweetie.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Because three of us are Hispanic,
Mm-hmm.
I know that coming out is a very big deal, especially in our community.
Mm-hmm.
What have you noticed in your community or your experience about Hispanic and lesbianism? What's the fear of a lot of people?
The fear in my case, I can only talk about my case. In my case, is the fear of being hurt. Is the case of something bad happening to us, and I'm gonna tell you why. My family had this Nino, right? That he baptized one of my sisters. And this Nino, back in, I'm talking to you 20 plus years ago, lived with a man in Tucson. But back then, me and my little sister didn't register or anything bad. And my parents weren't like, oh, they're two gays living together. There were just two Ninos that they just had a house. But
Which we do a lot. We don't actually say anything. We're like,
Exactly.
this is blank blank.
So
You're doing your deal.
what happened is that the partner of my tío Conrado, it was way older, and he had passed away. So my tío Conrado committed suicide. So
Oh,
my parents obviously were there because they
Yeah.
were the closest. They had to drive here. They have to do all of that. So I can assume that trauma, because it is trauma for them,
Absolutely.
it stayed with them. So when one of their daughters came out,
Yeah.
I can see
That's
that trauma
the first thought they probably had.
passing down, which I get it. It possibly wasn't the best way of doing it, but now at this age, I understand their reaction. I don't hold it against them.
Right.
But then again, hey, you're the adult. You should have reacted a little bit better, right? But
Yeah.
we're good now. It's better than ever. And the biggest thing is that we understand it. I understood why. And I think a lot of us get stuck in, no, they don't love me. They don't anything. And they don't step back and say, but why? Why do my parents don't?
Yeah.
So
What's driving their decisions or actions,
Exactly.
right?
And
a lot of times we're like only looking at ourselves and like, this is how I feel. Okay, but you have to have retrospective and be like, how are they feeling about this news? It's
Yeah.
not like the easiest news to
And
get.
you know what's so crazy? Previous partners, they never liked them, like nunca. But
Your parents?
yeah,
Oh.
because I was not happy. And once I dated Patty, obviously very happy, very everything, and they just love her, like my whole family. And it's really goes down to that, how
Which is great because now they're treating you
they.
not say normally, just like any
Ex-
Mexican parent
no,
would. I don't like her.
No,
You guys-
exacto.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like if si fuera mujer o hombre,
Yeah.
and that's what they told
Which
me.
is
that-
great
Yeah.
because they're going to a level where they're like they can dislike a person
Exactly.
instead of saying okay, oh wait, we
But they
like
can
him.
dislike a person because of certain specific traits rather than because of the simple fact that it's a man or
Right.
a woman in this case.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
even
normalizes
even
it.
even friendships, like they say, esta mujer no, esta muchacha no, regardless if it's straight or hetero,
Yeah.
like they have their set on their values and what type of people they want us to surround ourselves with.
Absolutely.
So eso sí marcaron mucho. So I understand that, and that's again as I get older, I'm also going to be, hey, well, you allow me to this point to let your opinion come in. Now here's my opinion. You have to respect that.
Yeah,
right?
just like
So-
any
And I think
child
that's
and
what it
parent.
comes down to. At the end of the
Yeah.
day, it comes down to respect.
Yeah.
And that's really what I wanted what we started. I think when we
Conversation,
started here, not just today, but when we started the podcast, we kind of had an idea of what we thought it was going to be. And as we've gone through this, and again, we're in episode 6, I think it's been transformational because it's kind of morphed into something more. We're doing more with it. We're doing a lot with it. And I literally, like today's conversation, I was super excited. One, because I was going to see you. I adore you. Secondly, I knew that I was going to get so much raw thought, raw sentiment from you,
Like
that which I love. Like, that's one of the things that I find the most endearing about you is how brutally you
Honest.
are and honest you are. No, absolutely.
Like consciously.
No,
you
no,
know?
but yeah, and when I say that, I don't mean you're the type of person that it is vulgar. No, para nada. You're brutally honest. You're strategic with it, but it's because that's who you are. You're a thoughtful person. You're a process person, and so that's one of the things that I love about you. So when we talked about doing today, I was like, I'm super excited. And as we had this conversation, I was like, the more we talked about it, the more excited I got. And so that's why I'm glad that you came on today. And I know that this conversation can
go on forever, honey.
and go and go. and I want to continue this conversation on.
Oh, we'll definitely have you back, girl.
Oh
Yes,
yeah.
of course, of
I think that today has been so much fun and it's been so
And I'll have
inspiring.
you on my
so-
show, too.
Yeah,
Yes.
let's do it. We're here for it.
Yes.
But I think that when you talked about earlier about being yourself, and I want especially this platform, however long it lasts, or whatever wherever we go from here. One of the things is when we have someone on here, even ourselves, I want us to be 100% genuine.
Yeah.
And I want it to be a safe place where we can literally talk about anything, where you can do this or this and not be
Love
afraid
it,
of
love
it.
it.
You know what I mean? Like, it is who we are.
We need more
More.
pussy licking.
It's, I
A
think
blowjob is still a job.
it's just it's stereotypes. It's what norms tell
Yeah.
you to do. They tell you, oh, because people need to perceive you well, you have to be like this, you have to be like that.
No.
Bitch, I'm fucking intelligent. I can be poised, but then again, I can be however I want. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we all have that.
But yes.
But so with that, I wanted to have some fun. Like, well, wait a minute, a little bit more about a different kind. So we started a segment last show about trivia, and today let's do it.
Since
shall
we have 2 letters
We
of
have
the
2 letters.
alphabet
So
today,
and
gay,
that's another
lesbian.
thing. We have 2. We have 2 of the letters here. Let's do it. So we have some gay trivia. Sorry.
Okay. Oh my God.
We're gonna play some gay trivia.
Gay trivia.
Oh,
Jovan
okay,
has.
so if is this like a level? Is this gonna rate my level of lesbian?
Yes.
No.
Holy. Okay. I felt like a little kid.
What is the show the segment called?
So what are we calling this segment?
Who's the dumb bitch in the room?
Who's the dumb bitch in the room? That's right. I thought we were going to go with someone else, but no, okay, we'll stick with that.
Okay.
No, so what we're doing today is like we're actually going to make it a little bit more gay since we're all
Okay.
gay.
Gay as hell.
As hell.
Gay as hell.
So Jovan has prepared some questions, and so what we're going to start is we're all going to start with our hands down because I got clocked for this.
What should we
Is
do
it-
different? Like, should we like put our hand on this paper, and that's how?
I say the first person to just grab it, which we're the farthest ones. This-
That's not
Okay,
fair,
maybe we should
guys.
get closer. All right. Whoever has the hand on the bottom,
okay.
because
You call me a bottom?
I can
I
be
think
both.
your actions call you that.
I can be both. You know, I like being both. I like being a
Right.
bottom. I
Same.
like being a top. I prefer a top, but I'm a pillow queen sometimes. But
A pillow biter.
but I can
What
be
the fuck is that?
A pillow biter. You're like face
Oh.
down on the pillow.
Oh.
Duh.
or
Yeah.
a pillow queen because
I never heard of that.
She's just lazy lesbian that just lays there.
But hey, but
Same.
if I'm like full force, oh girl,
Right?
oh girl.
There's days like, see, I'm that kind of person where like, take me,
It's
me,
the mood,
and then I'll be
yeah.
like, yo. Meanwhile, while we're here, I'm gonna put you on your back and show you who's boss.
No, this is him on his back. So how was your day? Did you take out the trash?
Come here often. What
I
about
hope
you?
he comes here often.
What
I
about-
wonder, is it easier for you guys to come?
Yes,
Yeah, or that?
I always come.
Wow.
What was that too much?
No, it's
No,
not an issue.
guys always come.
Yeah.
Yeah,
When
because
we're
I
not.
think
I mean,
think
it's
for
much more
girls,
difficult for a
yeah.
lesbian to come,
Well, unless
unless it's really good.
unless.
Are you hiding something? What are you trying to say?
Nothing. I think we just send him on a trance. He was just like,
I'm done.
did you see him? He was-
Yes.
Oh,
He's gonna be traumatized out of this
I'm
show.
scared.
Sorry, guys.
No.
Are we ready? Are the questions ready?
Jovan, are we ready?
Are you ready?
Are we ready?
Okay,
Yes.
All right.
perfect.
So there's going
Not
to be
too
10
close.
questions and 1 extra point.
See, I can't wait.
Please. Wait, can you repeat again, please? 'Cause
I know it's cheating.
Yes.
I
Stupid
didn't know
bitch.
lesbians were cheaters.
So I'm going to repeat myself again. It's going to be 10 questions, 1 bonus question. So we'll start off.
Hold on. Can we make a rule?
What?
What's the rule?
If you grab or touch this before the question is over,
Mm-hmm.
you have to stop the question and you have to answer based on what you think it is.
Okay.
Fair enough. And
Sure.
then once if you get the wrong answer, then he'll finish the
So
question.
you,
Well,
Joel,
shit,
you
now
have
I
to
need
read
a-
the question quickly and end it quickly, and you can't be like lingering on the question.
Right. Not only that, but like if somebody grabs a hand, if somebody grabs a hand, puts their hand in the napkin mid question, Jovan, you have to stop.
This is too much.
you
wanted to work for
wanted
us.
This.
For nothing.
For nothing.
Bitches.
That's why you make
okay.
the big bucks.
Okay.
See,
Okay.
Okay.
Daniel, buy
ready?
you dinner.
First question. Multiple choice.
That's fun.
What is the genderless term that can refer to LGBTQ people? A, asexual. B, gay. C, queer.
Bitch.
I have to answer, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
See, queer.
That is correct. Point to Danny.
All right.
I hate you. Because I was. But no, it's a good thing because I got it wrong.
I was waiting for all of them to
Yes,
finish.
me too.
And then I was gonna be nice and.
Well, you
cordial.
said the rule that we can say whenever you have
Yes.
to answer.
Well,
the
yeah,
question
but
whenever
but like
touch it.
you told me to stop. Like I had to wait for the question to be
have to
answered.
listen to me, bitch.
You're a stupid bitch. I fucking
He
hate
gets
you.
the point.
So if I
It's
would have
wanted
finished
divorce.
it, D would have
wait,
been
no show.
intersex.
So you would have gotten it
there
wrong
we go.
then.
I would have gotten it wrong either way, but that's
Yeah.
not the point. The point is,
Okay, so let's wait until.
bitch. Go
That
ahead.
was good though. That was good. That was good.
Question number 2. Also multiple choice.
What's with you and your multiple choices?
She wants a multiple choice. She's done with you. Go ahead.
Multiple choices are fun. Anyways, what Greek letter symbolizes gay and lesbian activism? A, alpha, B, theta, C, lambda, or D, delta?
Delta.
Incorrect.
Yeah, Anna.
Hey.
Incorrect.
Well, now it's just like.
Well, no, there's still two. There's still two answers.
Okay.
Memo.
So I'm gonna go with lambda.
That is correct.
Bitches.
Nice.
Because it could have been
By
either
process
theta or
of
lambda.
elimination, honey.
But
50%.
they could have been theta or lambda.
And that symbol was selected back in 1970.
The more you know.
The more you know, bitches. Question.
Oh, I like your nails.
When is National Coming Out Day?
Fuck. Could we just guess?
Mem-
Oh, no multiple
Memo.
choice?
Not
No.
multiple choice.
You just set us up.
That National Coming Out Day is November 6th.
Incorrect.
Move your hand. I'm gonna say October 1st.
Close, but incorrect.
Now we can't just go down the calendar, honey. I think we're done.
Yeah, I
It's
think we're
dead.
done.
It's dead, it's over, it's canceled.
What is it?
So National Coming Out Day is October 11th.
I knew it was an 11 in
Damn
there.
it.
So what did I say? No, I said November 6th or November
6th.
10th.
You said the 6th.
Oh, it's okay.
Oh.
October 11th.
We were all off. But now we know.
10, 11.
Now we know.
There we go.
10, 11.
10, 11.
Next question. Multiple choice. In the Nazi concentration camps
Oh.
of World
took a
War
turn.
II, getting a little historical on your asses, homosexuals wore which symbol?
Okay, answer the question.
A pink triangle.
I thought we were waiting for the answer.
Oh,
Remember,
but I-
it's multiple choice.
Oh.
Take your hand off.
You failed.
Did I get it wrong?
No, I can't answer it because he hasn't quit.
No, yeah, he can. No, if he tries to get it, then yeah.
That was the rule.
But I
thought we
haven't
just
said
switched
which
it.
which letters they were.
Ah, what letter?
Because
is
it's
it?
multiple choice.
well, I said. So.
What letter? Is it?
No, it
we
doesn't
we
matter.
didn't have to answer by letter the last time.
No, I don't think it matters. I think if he
Doesn't
got
matter
it right,
if it's the
then
right
he's
answer.
right.
If it's the right answer.
So we can just answer whenever we want.
Because the whole point of doing that is to eliminate.
Okay, so you
trying
can know
to
the
guess
answer, touch it, and you answer it.
Yeah,
I thought that's what the rule was.
yeah, because if he that was his shot right there. So
That's
if he
my
got
shot.
it wrong,
If I can't answer anymore. If I
Yeah.
got it wrong, I can't answer anymore, even after he finishes the
Okay,
question.
So the thing I did in the beginning is okay.
What?
We were just
Yeah.
yeah, it was okay. Yeah.
Perfect.
We took it.
So was it
I
right?
accepted that. You were wrong, but I accepted
Perfect.
it.
Let's go.
So did I get the right answer?
So what was your answer again?
It was the pink triangle.
It's partial answer.
Can I answer?
Yes.
Was it a pink triangle and a yellow band?
Partial answer.
I want you to read the answers.
So here we go. Multiple choice answers.
Thank you.
A, an
You guys don't
H
get to
on a
answer.
headband. B, a pink triangle attached to their clothing. C, an H attached to their clothing. Or D, a pink circle tattooed on their arm.
So it has to be
Can you
the
repeat it?
pink triangle on clothes.
Correct.
Oh, that's a dead. That's a dead one.
Yeah, because
That's what?
It's a dead because we both try to answer it.
Y'all failed.
I mean, I think I got it right.
I mean, you kind of technically did because
you just forgot where.
but he didn't ask where because you didn't have
Because you didn't wait for
answer
the
the
answer.
question.
But wait,
just jumped
in the
it.
question, does it say where?
Yes.
you
I said at the beginning multiple choice.
Yeah.
Hold on, no. Read the question again. No. Read
In
just
the Nazi
question.
concentration camps
Uh-huh.
of World War II, homosexuals wore which symbol to identify them?
Okay.
Oh, then it does because they wore
it
it.
doesn't
They
matter.
wore
So
the
it
pink
doesn't work. So I
triangle.
got it right.
I would give it to him.
I got it right.
It's what?
These bitches. Point to
So
me.
I'm so sure at Auschwitz they were like, oh no, it has to go here or else it doesn't mean anything.
Right.
So I got it right.
That's history.
Usually worn on the chest, but okay.
Shut up, Joa.
We're getting a little too technical.
Seriously, girl, get your man. Get your man.
Next question.
Come on, girl. Get it together.
In the letters LGBTQ+,
Uh-huh.
what does a Q stand for?
That's me. Look at my hand.
My
Look at
finger
my
doesn't hurt.
pinky.
Okay, that's Daddy.
Queer.
Partial answer.
Queer questioning.
Correct.
Yeah.
Do we give you that though?
Yes. Do we give you the triangle? That's fair. All right.
Okay.
Next question. What does the blue line in the pride flag stand for?
No multiple choice.
No multiple choice.
The blue. Oh, Integrity?
Incorrect.
Strength?
Incorrect. Memo?
Heaven?
Incorrect, but it does start with an H. The answer is
Gay
harmony.
hostility.
Harmony.
Harmony.
That was my next guess.
That was my next guess, too.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Okay.
No points.
That wasn't my next guess.
Next question.
You're honest.
Why is Pride Month celebrated in June in the U.S.?
Memo.
Memo?
Because of the original uprising or riots in 1969 at Stonewall.
That is correct. And what were those riots called?
The Stonewall riots.
Correct. Point for Memo.
Is that 2 points?
No. it's one.
That's just 1 point. You greedy bitch.
I want it all.
Follow-up question to that.
Oh, fuck.
In what city did the knee...
No.
Wow.
New York City.
That is correct.
Okay, follow up to that. In what village? On what street?
What subway
What was
station?
the address to the Stonewall?
What subdivision?
How many feet from the corner? How many stairs down into the bar?
Okay, it's dead.
See, this is petty.
I'm just saying.
Petty.
If we're gonna play petty, let's play petty. I'm good.
Multiple choice. Finish
This
this
thing.
sentence. It's Brittany.
I can't say.
Bitch.
Bitch. Bitch.
But that is one of the gayest questions so far.
It is, but
Yeah.
it
I
was
can't
still
stand
multiple
it.
choice.
Love it.
You're
That's the
correct,
only one I knew.
but you still failed. Because I had multiple choice
I
of...
still get the. I
yes,
still
you
the
get the
point.
point, bitch. Question.
Answer.
Chaz Bono is the son of a famous, well-known singer.
Oh fuck.
What was
Cher?
my question?
I don't know. I don't give a fuck what the question was. The answer was Cher.
The answer is Cher, but what is my question?
Yeah, Chaz Bono is the son of a famous, well-known singer. Name that singer. Cher.
Point for Memo.
Damn.
But
I mean, how could you fucking pose that question where the answer wouldn't be Cher? I got the answer. Who gives a fuck what the question was?
Because I would have asked, who's the father?
I mean, but you already told me the answer was right, so who gives a fuck? Who gives?
This is the last
fuck outta
time
here.
I'm doing this trivia.
What was the last question?
Bonus question.
Oh, it's a bonus question.
It is a multiple choice question.
Of course it is.
And let me finish the question and answer.
I'm a hitter.
What type of roles was Alyssa Edwards from RuPaul's Drag Race Season 5 offended by? A. Cinnamon. B. Swiss. C. Bread. D. Back.
Me. Back rolls.
Back rolls.
Back rolls.
That is correct. So, Memo's the winner. And the stupid bitch is Anna.
Wait, how many?
Wait, we have to defend Donna because
No,
she's
I-
afraid for her hand. Because Memo's hand is fucking heavy, bitch. It would have got squished. And she has a manicure to take care of.
Hey, why you gotta put me on blast like that? I have an appointment in the morning, mani-pedi.
It's
Oh my
you know
God.
what's so crazy? I am a lesbian, but honestly, I'm not so like inversed in like when
Gay
was
trivia and shit?
this?
Lesbian
when,
history
yeah.
or history?
I mean, I haven't.
Well, that's why you
and
come on this show to learn about.
Yeah.
gay,
So
lesbian.
Or, you know.
but it doesn't make me less lesbian. You know what I mean?
No,
No.
it doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't
The
define
But
you.
pussy
exactly.
licking makes you.
So-
But I think it's good to know.
Definitely,
absolutely.
definitely. Now I'm gonna go home and read and understand.
gonna read.
Yeah.
Good
So,
job. Real quick, Jova, how many did I get right?
4.
5.
Oh, 5.
He doesn't know.
I almost forgot.
Okay, thank you, Jova. I appreciate you. You may escape to your
Corner.
Corner.
dunce cap. I don't know. Anyways, today was so much fun.
It was
My
fun.
God.
Anna, thank you so much for coming out today. We
course.
loved having you here. We can't wait to have you back.
Yes. But
We
promote
have-
your
there's so
show.
much
Tell
more.
us about your show.
Yeah.
All right. So I am going to be doing a new podcast that is called Mentes al Límite, and in this show we're going to talk about mental health issues, from diagnosis to how to spot some type of, depression, anxiety, bipolar, all type of diagnosis, and not only that, but where to find help, how to for yourself to treat that person that is experiencing that. So I'm gonna walk through all of the aspects, give you resources, just so you know you're not alone.
Okay. And where
So-
can you find that?
Facebook, and also in all platforms for podcasts like YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, all of those fun
Awesome.
places.
Okay.
So, but tomorrow is the premiere. Facebook, and Mentes Al Límite at 5 p.m.
All right.
I
Everybody
cannot
go,
wait.
please.
I cannot wait. Please
And
go
you guys
support.
are going to be very, very welcome. So if you feel comfortable about talking any in regards of mental health and
Absolutely.
relationships,
Absolutely.
please be on board.
Oh, yeah, we'll be
Awesome.
there. Also, you can follow us on our socials. Where are we on Instagram, Danny?
Hey Bitch the podcast.
Hey, bitch, the pod.
Hey Bitch the pod.
And what is your handle?
Dang AZ86.
You sure about that? 'Cause
Yeah.
you've always gotten it wrong. But serious, that's all that bitch. Are you sure?
That's it. Dang
Dang
AZ86. I said it right.
Okay, just making sure. Wasn't there an underscore in there somewhere?
No.
Okay.
I don't do that.
And for myself, you can find me on Instagram as Insta_memomem. Insta_memomem. And you can also find us on Facebook at Hey Betch the podcast. And there's much more coming too. We're working on our email address. What is it?
Hey Bitch pod at gmail.com.
Perfect. If you have anything
Write
you want to
us.
hear, what is it? What'd you say?
Write us. Tell us what you think. Any
Oh,
subjects you want to talk about.
I heard right it. Sorry. Please feel free to reach out. Like, we're here. We want to know what interests you. You digging it? You not? You feeling some kind of way about what we said? Oh well,
Tell us.
it is what it is. But no, most importantly, we'd love to hear from you guys. We want to know if we're reaching anybody. Whatever. Find us. Come look for us, and then you're on Instagram as well,
I am on
right?
Instagram, Mentes Al Límite, and Facebook as well. Mentes Al Límites, no se pierdan, is the only page out there with that name, so easy to find.
Awesome. Thank you again so much for coming out.
Yes, honey.
We had such a good time here on the playground.
Now let's go drink.
I'm for it.
I don't
Let's
drink.
go.
All right. Thank you so much, everybody. Come back to our next show. We love ya.
Love you guys. Thank you so much. Smooches.
Bye. Let's go eat some food.